Hey, how's it going? Welcome to a new video. Today we're featuring a really special replay because of two things. The first thing is that it's just a real banger. The second thing is that the replay file got corrupted because Wargaming, in their eternal wisdom, hasn't made a proper replay system yet. Because this game was played yesterday on the 25th of November. And I read on the website that Wargaming was going to roll out patch 2.1 on the 26th. And I thought to myself, if I don't record the gameplay before the patch rolls out, the replay is not going to work. And I woke up today and I tried running the replay and it didn't work. So me and my eternal wisdom stood up at 1 a.m. and recorded the footage, and I'm just doing like a voiceover right now. But yeah. What are we playing today? We're playing the E50, but again, this replay isn't really about me. It's about a teammate of mine that is just gonna squeeze out the biggest clutch I've seen in a very long time. So yeah, we're playing on Paris, not my favorite map ever. We're still gonna like make some like good decisions, like here, for example. I know we kind of like talked our way into the replay already, but here we're gonna rotate because, you know, everybody around us is dying, and the enemy team is just absolutely full sending on this half of the map. Could get another free shot in, but we're just keeping on moving. And me and my Manticore and my Leo are just kind of trying to play in the back. I already know that I have to set up some form of like defensive position and try and kind of funnel the enemies through a through this little gap in front of me. And I'm just going to be able to run away in time. I take one shot from the 140, but you know, whatever. And the reason I really like this game is because it just proves people wrong when they say that you cannot influence games. Because every shot that we pen this game has a certain amount of value to it. And as I said, the replay isn't about me, it's about one of my teammates. And it's gonna be the tensest ending in the universe. I played this game with my friend, and we had like a classic like gamer gasp at the end. It was really good. I clipped the end of the game with our live reaction, and it was just an absolute banger. But yeah, so I'll play that at the end. But yeah, we're falling back, we're falling back, we're falling back. This is the only thing that you have to do if you're in these kind of like these games where one flank is just completely circular rushing you, right? You want to set up behind, you know, my Manticore is sitting in the cap and he's spotting all these people for me. And this is the perfect position. Again, it's the process of letting people push into you, because what the enemy team is thinking right now on this flank in particular is that the game is over, right? Like they're just running in to get as much damage as possible. Little bit of a misaim here. I should have aimed lower. I aimed at the gun mantlets. You know, who cares? And here, I'm kind of blind because I didn't think the Leo was gonna just rush through there. We hit a really nice shot. You see how I'm waiting for him to turn sideways so I can track him? And this gives the opportunity for my Manticore to finish him off. He does get spotted, however. But he goes straight to the hacker, who is a one-shot, and I was really scared of the hacker. I went north on A line, and the only tank I didn't want to meet was the hacker, actually. So, kind of unfortunate. By the way, we're bottom tier, this is a +2 matchup. I get absolutely blasted by this Kunze, catching me off guard. And I'm sorry about that shot. Like, I kind of wanted to edit that out, but you know, yeah. I should have blasted this guy way harder. I was kind of too careful with my aim. We do pen him. And right now, the convoy falls to the 430U. My teammate picks up the Kunze, and right now I'm at 2 shots for the 430U. And I am just... I fired by accident. I really want my 430U to just hold W on this guy in front of me, because if I push him, I'm at 2 shots, and I'm gonna 100% die. The KR-1 pops up behind me, cleans up my teammate. I have to drive forward. I do a little like twist there so that he doesn't hit my lower plate, he hits my track. Already blasts me. I'm a 1-shot. And I die. And I'm currently a little bit frustrated here, because I was thinking, why didn't my 430U just push forward? Huge side scraping there. And right now I'm thinking, it's GG. Like, this KR-1 is just going to absolutely murder this guy. My Manticore goes for Artie, which I think is a good idea, but I think that he maybe should have stuck around with the 430U to do a little bit of extra damage on the KR-1 here. But again, like, that is just like armchair general kind of like moment right here. The 430U is hugging the KR-1, and you can see that he's like pointing his gun to see with the armor flashlight to find like a green pixel. And look at this. We're at 8 minutes, 30 seconds. And I don't have replay controls, right? This is just from my POV, so I can't like pause or anything and look around. The Manticore is in a 1v1 against the KR-1. KR-1 alpha damage, by the way. 530 with the upgrades, I think. And he's capping. Super smart move, because he needs to draw the Manticore out of hiding, right? And we talked about this last on the steps video, but the only reason you want to cap is to draw people to you, right? And the Manticore, he can just like outplay the KR-1 for days, so the KR-1 wants the cap. He's peeking into the cap circle. He has like turbo view range as well. I think at one point I can hear his Binos and Camo Net like go off, and I'm like, holy shit, dude, Binos, Camo Net on Paris, what a gamer. But anyway, going on the back. He's gonna spot the KR-1. KR-1 is spotted. I pinged this tree because I'm thinking you can use the tree as a double push. But he's using the double push inside the cap to not get spotted by the KR-1. The KR-1 knows that if he stays there, he's gonna get absolutely cooked, right? So he immediately starts chasing the Menti. And the Menti, really, really nicely. Also, if you can read, please keep an eye on the chat. It's gonna be absolutely mental. I write, if you win this, you are a god, because I really didn't want the enemy team to have this W. I really just wanted to have this win. Menti plays to his tank's strengths. What are his strengths? It's not brawling. It's not hiding around the corner and trying to, you know, clutch fire the KR-1 on the move or whatever, because his gun sucks ass. So he's trying to play on view range, but it's Paris, and the KR-1 is right behind it. He misses. He doesn't turn around to shoot though, but you know, whatever. I write a strat to sit in the cap, or to get him down to a 1-shot, and then sit in the cap in a bush and cap him out. You might be thinking, well, the cap is pretty open. Yeah, but if a Menti is sitting in one of the bushes in the cap, the KR-1 will not be able to spot him. He has to drive within 50 meters to proxy spot the Menti, especially if this guy is using a Camo Net as well, right? And then he can just aim in, because he will auto spot the KR-1, of course. He will just aim in and shoot the KR-1 when he was approaching. Here I was yelling to myself, please don't knock over the trees, and then he proceeds to knock over 2 trees, but that's, you know, fine. And then he hides in a bush. What is the KR-1 gonna do? Is he still gonna chase? That is what I was thinking. He gets spotted driving down. And he doesn't fire. Look at this patience right here. He doesn't fire. And he is perma-spotting the KR-1. So what the KR-1 is going to do here is that he's going to count to 10 behind cover. Think that he's unspotted. And he's going to go back. absolutely massive. I don't know if he aimed for the fuel tanks on purpose, but he did get a crit there. And I type in chat, this is huge, because now he can actually do the plan that I had, right? And that's what I personally would do in this situation, right? And I still think that it would be a pretty good plan. But now the KR1 is scared. He already took 2 shots right now. And he's down to a 1-tap. Like, the KR1, if he pens the Menti, he could low roll. But, spoiler alert, he is shooting HE. And this is something that I didn't think of. And this is actually like a 5-hit move right here. He's sitting in the bush in the middle of the map. So no matter what way the KR1 crosses like an alley, he will have the biggest chance to spot him. And you'll see him aiming down this alleyway like in front of him. A little bit to the right here. Yeah, there. So if the KR1 crosses here, he's basically dead. Because I really hope this Menti is shooting APCR here. Because it is a pretty tense situation. You could cut the tension with a knife. It's just... Oh, I'm not even playing. And my heart was absolutely pounding. And here there's a little bit of a discussion in the chat going on. And he says, I have time. And he does. He has 3.5 minutes. Which is a really long time if it just comes down to 1 shot. Right? And the hacker tries to like give him a little bit of advice. And I write, just let him cook. This guy knows what he's doing. Right? He isn't some just random 30% bot. Right? And I'm just so excited. I really wanted him to win this. And he writes, oh, we'll wait 1 more minute, which is good, right? Just, patience. He just needs the KO1 to make 1 mistake. But the same goes for the KO1, right? He just needs the man to just pop up around the wrong corner and boom, he's dead. And the Blackrock is still here as well. And he's still thinking about the cap timer, right? Because he needs 1 minute and 40 seconds to cap. And here I write my idea again. Sit in a bush in cap. He won't be able to see. And you murder him. Because you will have the initial shot advantage, right? Now the Blackrock writes, getting into the cap is the problem, right? Because if the KR1 is just laying in ambush, and that's what I was thinking now as well after the Blackrock mentioned. That was a really good thing that he mentioned. Because right now, I think that he's in D0. I write D1, but I ping D0, so yeah. Because what he's probably doing is waiting for the greed of the Manticore player to want to win the game. And he has the cap within 20 seconds. Look at all the support in chat. It's wild. 10 seconds. Until he can't cap anymore. I write 1 minute 40 for cap. 3, 2, 1. And there we go. It's gonna come down to who can fire this shell. And look at this. He drives into the cap circle. The KR1 knows where he is. He gets spotted behind him in the corner. But he doesn't spot him because he drove to the tree. The KR1 drives out of corner. He sees the Menti. He just narrowly misses an HE shell because you hear it because of the explosion. The Menti is lining up the shot. The KR1 is wiggling. He bounces. Oh. Oh my god, dude. 1 minute left. Is he gonna hold the angle around the corner here? And I'm saying, like, I'm thinking, no, this KR1 isn't stupid, right? There's no way he's just gonna peek this corner. And he isn't. Menti is repositioning. I'm saying that you could knock over a tree here, like in my head, of course. Like, which angle is he gonna hold? Is he gonna come from the left? Is he gonna come from the right? Is the KR1 gonna push? Is he gonna play for a draw? Like, I just didn't know here. He comes around the corner. He bounces, he misses. The KR1 actually has the reload advantage. He circles him. He doesn't auto-aim. He drifts. The K1 is aiming. He gets him. Oh my god, dude. With 10 seconds left, and look at everybody goes fucking crazy. Oh my god, dude. What a fucking game. Holy shit. That was actually just amazing. Holy fuck. Sorry, it just... You'll see my reaction live as well. I'll play the clip right now.
You could do the quickie baby move.
No, this KR1 isn't stupid. Is he trying? Oh, what corner is he gonna aim at? He could like knock over a tree and sit in a bush, but he doesn't.
I can't believe the KR1 was waiting there the entire time. No! Oh my god. Surely he reloads quicker, right?
I don't know. No. Wait, he can outcircle.
Oh my god.
What the fuck are you doing?
Again. Yes!
Holy fuck! No
what a
fucking
game.
way, dude. Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna ask him if I can feature a replay on my YouTube channel. That was actually fucking crazy. Holy fucking shit.
Sick.
What a Chad.
So yeah, it just... It was crazy. I love the hype around the entire situation. It was just fantastic. And I also hit him up in the post-game chat, and I said... I asked him, like, bro, can I upload this to YouTube? Because this was absolutely legendary. Like, my hands were shaking, and I wasn't even playing the game. It was just so tense. What I loved here was the patience, right? Because I looked at the time, and there was 8 minutes and 30 seconds left, right? And this guy literally spent 8 minutes 1v1ing a tier 11 most RNG armor layout high alpha heavy tank in the universe, right? And I loved it because I've been on I usually look through like social media like a absolute doom scroller usually, and then I sometimes see like posts by like, oh, it's impossible to influence your games, and if it's if somebody rushes a flag, it's just an instant loss and I can't do anything. And honestly, skill issue. There, I said it. It's literally just a skill issue because this Manticore played so incredibly well. Like, there were a couple of like misplays, like the driving through the cap circle there was kind of iffy, but if he wouldn't have done that, I would not be on the edge of my seat. So, Mr. Manticore player, if you see this, you're an absolute fucking Chad. And I love this game. So yeah, not a lot more to say about it. Yeah, not a lot of editing needed either. So that was the game. Absolutely amazing. I did 11k damage a couple of days ago, and it did not feel as exciting as this game. And I did not even play it, pretty much. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it was exciting. I hope I didn't yell too loudly into the microphone. And I'll catch you in the next one. See you.